into words.
Wait, so he actually did continuously get stronger and stronger. Oh, wait. I'm assuming he's smoking Star Killer, bro. Because I mean, sorry. All right, Star Wars family, man. You guys seem to be enjoying these videos, so I'm trying my best to pump out as much Star Wars content as possible, learning about this a very, 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 very much expensive world that I had no idea existed. I've seen this name being thrown around in the comment sections every now and then of the Star Wars videos, and I've decided to check him out today. At least one video of him. Maybe there's more videos. Maybe you guys have a very specific one. But this is the story of Darth Nihilus. Nihilus sounds more sinister than Nihilus, I guess. But this is by the Stupendous Wave. I've also seen videos from them being recommended before. So I don't know if this is like the main like Star Wars lore guy or whatever. I'll check some more videos out if you guys want me to, but this is only 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So maybe there's a bigger video to go, you know, further in depth on Darth Nihilus. Crazy how fast I switched up. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are curious and want to check out the original video. It'll be at the top of the description, man. The story of Darth Nihilus. Without further ado, let's get into it. Second way you said it was correct. Nihilus for one, Nihilus for two. I guess he's about to say it.
Darth Nihilus was one.
Oh, Darth Nihilus. Okay.
It's a man, a lower level Sith Lord, in fact, but something so horrific and unspeakable happened to him that his very body began to disintegrate in the dark side of the Force. In this
He's not a physical being.
Video, we will explore what happened to Nihilus, as well as how he discovered how to survive and remain in the physical plane without a body. Welcome to another edition of the story of. This time we're talking about a goddamn Force, actual like evil Force ghost. Before there was like Force ghosts, but like good guy Force ghosts, you know. But not that way. We'll be exploring the Lord of Hunger, Darth Nihilus.
The Lord of Hunger?
The Mandalorian Wars, the man who one day would be known as Nihilus lost everything he ever cared for. It was believed the man had once had a family.
That art goes so hard. Oh my god, he looks insane.
And wealth, but it was all stripped away from him by the Jedi and the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars and the ensuing conflicts. After this great loss, the man cared for nothing, but still fought amongst the ranks of the Sith, as his only desire was to die in battle and end his long suffering. At this moment, the pain of the Sith Lord like—
Wait, this is iconic? It's an iconic, bro. He's an iconic character, an iconic design, bro. That shit looks crazy. It looks so fucking clean.
Within, but one day soon it would emerge more horrific than ever. The ultimate fate of the man, however, was one far worse than death. At the end of the war, the man was struck by a super weapon known as the Mass Shadow Generator. The weapon was set off by a Jedi Knight on Malachor 5 as a last stance against the Mandalorians and the Sith.
When the Mandalorians was moving like that, bro, damn, bro, we had to let off a secret weapon. What the fuck?
Jedi Knight on Malachor 5 as a last stance against the Mandalorians and the Sith. Nearly all those on the planet were killed instantly.
Damn!
Unlucky enough to have survived. One of these survivors would become Darth Nihilus. As
Darth Nihilus
awoke after the destruction, he found his grief to be overwhelming and likened it to a dark pit within his stomach, threatening to swallow him alive, or at least what Nihilus thought was still alive. After coming to his feet, Nihilus came across another survivor and was filled with a great hunger.
I'm about to say what happened to him. So he didn't say it was only one survivor. He said it was multiple. Or I'm assuming all of them kind of had the same effect.
A hunger for Force energy. Nihilus then used the dark side of the Force to pull the very life from his fellow survivor.
Okay, never mind. Oh shit. Okay, they were fucking mine. My god. Okay, pulled the soul from. Okay, that's fucked up. All right.
As his pain and memories faded for the briefest of moments, for only a brief second, Darth Nihilus was satisfied. Eventually, however, he returned, now stronger than ever.
So he has to go around consuming souls and shit.
Nihilus looked around for more survivors to feed upon. Being trapped on the planet for some time, the Sith Lord devoured nearly all of those who had survived alongside him. As his hunger grew and grew.
I mean, so what happens if there's no more left though?
Nihilus would be freed from this hell and brought to a new
Wait, who was that?
The Dark Lady of the Sith, Darth Traya, freed him.
Oh Oh wait, she looked cool. What the fuck? Oh my god. Bro was a force vampire. Yeah, basically. What's her name?
Freed from this hell and brought to a new one when the Dark Lady of the Sith, Darth Treya, freed him.
Darth Treya? Oh, that's so tough.
In exchange for his help in securing the galaxy for her rule. After being freed, Treya took Nihilus as her apprentice, but grew to distrust him, as she saw he would do anything to quench his hunger for force energy, discovering that even the Sith were far less important to Nihilus than feeding. He cares nothing for the Sith or its teachings.
So is he just like a neutral, just like kind of like a natural disaster kind of thing? If he pulls up and he hungry, he pulling up on your sect and he just gonna fucking consume anything, everything, any and everything in existence?
The Jedi.
Yes, for real? Did I? That's so tough.
And when the Jedi energy, discovering that even the Sith were far less important to Nihilus than feeding. He cares nothing for the Sith or its teachings or the Jedi. And when the Jedi are dead, he will feed on the galaxy.
Oh, bro.
Because,
yeah.
With the help of another Sith Lord named Darth Sion, Nihilus overthrew
Darth
Treya,
Sion.
stripped her of her force abilities. It was at this point
did he consume her?
Nihilus was finally allowed to feed without any restraint. Venturing across the galaxy, Nihilus first targeted Jedi, as he had agreed to carry out a Jedi purge with Darth Sion. But even the Jedi were not enough, as his hunger was seemingly unlimited. With each soul that Nihilus fed upon, his body began to fade. Faded what seemed to be a dark abyss. It was at this moment that Nihilus realized that he would eventually die if he continued to feed, unless he found alternate means of survival. Sinister and costly means. There is no strength in the hunger he possesses, and the will behind his power is a primal thing, and it devours him, and he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him.
Oh man, I guess I have to wait till this video's over again, but I mean I got questions. So is he like, I guess I don't know if he said it, maybe it went over my head. This nigga's not like immortal, is he? As in like people can't kill him? Like
no strength in the hunger he possesses, and the will behind his power is a primal thing, and it devours him, and he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him, slowly feeding him. He is already dead. It is simply a question of how many he kills before
what?
Falls. Ironically, the more powerful Nihilus became in the dark side of the Force, the more his physical body faded and deteriorated. It came to the point where Nihilus felt the end was near, and he was forced to rip his very spirit out of what remained of his ailing body. Next, in a desperate effort, Nihilus bound his spirit to his robes, but specifically
so it's just like a floating robe?
Mask.
Oh,
okay. Would allow him to remain in the physical world and continue to feed.
That is so insane. Like really just straight soul manipulation. Like if you get strong enough, you could just rip souls from people's bodies and also take your own fucking soul and place it on and haunt objects and shit, inanimate objects.
Life dies. All life exists to feed your power. After this, it was revealed Nihilus was ultimately successful and was now simply a spirit, but was allowed to stay because his soul was still attached to his robes and mask, them being physical items. It was by this ritual that Nihilus yet again cheated death. It was later
that is crazy.
There was nothing behind the mask of Darth Nihilus at all, but the dark abyss. Still,
that is so crazy.
On the Jedi and Sith alike, as his power only increased. The extent of his power cannot be put into words.
Wait, so he actually did continuously get stronger and stronger? Oh fuck! Wait. I'm assuming he's smoking Star Killer, bro, because I mean, sorry.
And his perceptions have grown as well. To him, you are dust motes in a storm, a grain upon the beach, and as insignificant.
That is crazy, a grain upon the beach.
Eventually, though, Nihilus would meet his end when he was conquered by the Jedi exile, with the help of the Sith Lord he had betrayed.
Wait, whoa! His end? He lost.
Would meet his end when he was conquered by the Jedi exile.
Conquered by the Jedi exile? The fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
With the help of the Sith Lord he had betrayed, Darth Treya.
Damn, Treya looks so... Wood. She says floating fucking purple lightsabers around her body? I don't care.
There were rumors, however, that even if most of his spirit was vanquished, a small piece of the Sith Lord remained within his mask and could never be fully driven out, as the ritual used to bind the spirit and mask was too powerful. The power of Nihilus himself, though, was far too weak to inflict any real damage on anyone. It was believed, though, that if anyone were to find and wear the mask of Darth Nihilus, the Sith may one day return with a new host and continue to attempt to quell his never-ending hunger. So that is the story of Darth Nihilus and how he was able to survive without a body and how he became so powerful he could destroy worlds.
Nah, bruh, because like, yo, he could destroy worlds, but you just said he came to his end. From I gotta see what like actually how they do it, like how they did it. Kids, hey, the Jedi exile and with the help of Treya. Like, the fuck does that even mean, gang?
So tell me, what are your thoughts on the Lord of Hunger, Darth Nihilus? And what is your favorite—
Bro, you can't just gas this thing up and just like, oh yeah, man, Jedi's exile. And then, you know, shit, Treya just got his ass. I don't know.
moment in the history and story of this ancient Sith Lord. Also,
that is tough though, man. That is tough. Like, I guess like a concept of a character though. Like, yeah, like so far in my like journey of Star Wars, like I've heard of like Force Ghost, but it's always been like Qui-Gon. Like Qui-Gon, I think was mentioned or some shit like that, and then like that person. What was that name that was mentioned? That's the first guy, the first thing that was mentioned. That they said that they was so strong in the Force that they was able to like, I guess, continue to exist as a spirit or whatever. But I own like a more evil side, and adding continuous hunger is dope too.
In the comments,
what the fuck is that thing on his left side though? What is that? Why is he looking at me like that? Little zombie.
Down below other stories of in the Star Wars universe that you would like to see explored. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed and want to help the channel out, be sure to hit the like button. If you would like to see more Star Wars explanations.
Dang, I really want to know what this channel kind of like sits at in terms of like Star Wars fandom though.
Videos and stay up to date with all the Star Wars news from The Last Jedi to Star Wars Rebels, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to turn on notifications to see everything as soon as it comes.
That was Darth Sion on the left? Ew, bro, the fuck? Darth Sion look like fucking... I don't know what the fuck he look like. Ew. Ew.
Comes out, and to make sure that you become a living holocron today. If you would like to get in direct contact with me, follow me on Twitter, where we discuss all things
like the fucking live-action Suicide Squad Killer Croc. Why does he look like that?
Star Wars and debate
like
with one another.
Does he have like a skin condition or some shit? What is this fucking skin cracking? Like a Valkorian. That sounds familiar. Valkorian. When it was, if you have time, it was the old white man in the Old Republic trailer. He was so yeah. With the people that was like kind of like neutral, kind of like, well, not Jedi or Sith, but they were like really fucking strong, and Valkorian specifically was like really fucking strong. They didn't want to fuck with him. Yeah. That people in the comment section telling me about yeah. Ooh, that could be nice. All right, hope you guys did enjoy the video though, man. Smash the like button, subscribe for more reactions to the you know, the lore of Star Wars
concerning the universe. If you have any video
what the fuck? Ew, bruh. Is he? Oh my god, scary.
See explored, leave them in the comments below the video with hashtag suggestion at the end of your comment so I can find it better. If you do end up leaving a suggestion, I really appreciate it and hope to one day make a full video dedicated to your question or suggested topic. Thanks again just for simply watching the video and your continued support on this Star Wars journey. May the Force be with you.